Hi everybody, I'm Sergio with Mobility Direct, and today we're going to show you what it's like to ride the EW-46 scooter. It's a four-wheel mobility scooter by eWheels. It's one of the top-rated heavy-duty mobility scooters for recreational purposes. It is not a medical grade scooter. It has manual brakes, not automatic. You can get automatic brakes for it, but this is mainly for high speeds, long distance rides, and we're going to take it out, go around, test it out on some grass, some inclines, even try and get into the grocery store and see if we get kicked out. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to get out of the store here. We're in our Bonita Springs showroom, and we're going to show you that although it's a huge mobility scooter, it does fit through a standard doorway. So I'm going to go ahead and go forward here. Gonna have to turn wide and then straighten her up. Might have to reverse a little bit. It is a big scooter. Just make sure to get it right. It's a tight squeeze, but I don't think we need any butter. We made it. So I'm going to go ahead and take the camera from our cameraman Chuck, the famous Uncle Chuck. Thank you, sir. And we're going to give you a first-person demonstration here. So I've got the screen here. The dash is showing us the speed. It's got an odometer, has the battery meter, and it tells you a couple of different things here, what gear you're in. We do have a light switch on the left, turn signals here, horn, forward and reverse switch, and then speed 1, 2, and 3. We also have the lights to go from high beam, standard beam, and turn them off and on. So I am going to be holding the camera here. I'm going to be using the brakes, which is a manual style brake, and then the twist throttle to move. So I'm going to be careful here. And we're going to get started with our ride along. I'm just going to take it over here into the parking area just for a second where there's not a lot of activity. I'm going to turn the speed up. It looks like in speed 1 we're hitting 4 miles per hour top speed. So if I go to speed 2, let's see what we top out at. So it looks like speed 2 is getting us closer to 8 miles per hour. And then if I let go, this is the option with the automatic brakes. So I let go of the throttle and it starts braking. It takes a little while to brake and come to a complete stop, but it's a fast scooter. So now I'm going to switch it to speed 3, and let's just see how fast we're able to go. You know, a lot of the manufacturers give certain ratings for the top speed, but then we've realized that when you actually test the top speed, it's a little different than what the manufacturers suggest the top speed actually is. So right now we're hitting about 12 miles per hour, which is what it's rated for. And of course, if you're going up an incline or something like that, it's probably going to go a little bit faster. But for the most part, the manufacturer spec rating is correct with the top speed. And I do want to take a moment to just kind of show you some things here. We do have a couple of neat features. So this does have a remote control key fob, which you can use to lock it. So I just hit the lock button on the top left, and if I go to push this scooter, it's going to sound the alarm, which is pretty awesome. So I just hit unlock to unlock it and turn the alarm off. You can also sound the alarm if you want, and then hit it off. So it's pretty cool in case you lose it in the parking lot, you don't remember where you parked it. This is not street friendly, so you should not be on the main roads with cars. Going through a parking lot's another story. We're actually in a grocery store parking lot now, so getting through the grocery store parking lot's perfectly normal. And you do actually have a remote start feature, so if you wanted to remote start it without putting the key in the ignition, you can. It does come with the rear basket that kind of closes here with a little bit of tension. You can put a little lock there if you want. And then under the seat, we also have storage. Just put the key in there and twist, then lift up. Since I am only using one hand, it's a little difficult, I apologize, but there's the storage space. You do have a circuit breaker switch in there, so, sorry, right there. So if you need to turn it off because you're going to keep it in storage for a few weeks, you want to make sure you hit that circuit breaker switch and kill power to the batteries so your batteries don't drain. It does have suspension on the front and the rear. Nice bumper guard up front. Big tires. I believe these are 16-inch tires, inflatable, so it gives you a nice smooth ride. Now you can adjust the tilt of the seat, the recline angle, and I'm going to recline it a little bit because I noticed I was kind of a little bit too far up. Flip up armrests. The seat doesn't rotate, unfortunately, but it does slide forward and back a little bit with this lever right here. So if I wanted to bring the seat forward, I can. Pretty nice. Charging ports down here. Just plug the charger in when you first get it for at least 5 to 6 hours, and always maintain a good charge. Don't let it drain down to nearly 0% capacity. That's how you damage your batteries. So again, we have manual brakes on the right and the left, rear view mirrors that come with it, turn signals, full light package. Pretty nice scooter. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing going, and hopefully we can get into the grocery store. I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty big scooter, and with a medical grade scooter that's a little smaller, you might not get as much of an issue going into a store. But a lot of customers ask us, hey, can I take this into a store? And we're gonna find out. So I don't want to let you down. Hopefully we don't have any issues. We're gonna go into a Fresh Market grocery store, just explain that we would like to test this mobility scooter out and see if it's allowed. I'm gonna take a wide turn here. Let's go and see what happens. All right, so we're in the store now, and so far we have not been kicked out, which is a good thing. I might have to reverse a little bit, because after all, this is a pretty big scooter. So that's going to be one of the challenges, is trying to navigate inside of the store. I'm not going to spend too much time in here. I don't want to get, you know, I'm not actually getting any groceries. So I'm just going to go in and go out. We're doing a quick little drive-by here. Let's see what we can do. All right, so let's go ahead and make our way on out and test it off-road. Excuse me. Thank you. Excuse me. Gonna have to back up here. Excuse me. All right. So we had some of the store cashiers looking at it and saying, that's a fancy scooter. So I'm guessing, you know, they're not gonna kick you out. I guess this is really, though, circumstantial depending on the store owner, but I would argue that if it is something you're relying on for mobility limitations, that's a can of worms to tell you you're not allowed to come into a store with your medical device or mobility scooter. Granted, it's not a medical grade scooter. They don't know that. So I'm not recommending that you go in abrasively and aggressively and assume it's okay. Hello. But at the end of the day, if you are relying on this scooter for mobility purposes, then they should technically not bother you. So we're going to keep it moving here. We're going to go to a little park with a boat ramp, and it's got some off-road area that I like to do some testing on. We'll just go ahead and go up this bridge, and I'll be back with you in just a moment. I am going to leave the camera rolling for a little bit because we're going up a pretty steep incline, just so that you can see it is handling well on the incline. Once we get to the park, it is a little bit of a ways away. We'll come back with you so that this video isn't half an hour long. Thanks for watching, everybody, and like always, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for a chance to win a free mobility scooter every 6 months, and you can request a copy of a free catalog on our website. Just click on the green button at the top of every page that says free catalog. We'll be right back with you, folks. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go over this speed bump and show you what it's like, see how it handles. Not bad. I will say it is a little bit of a bump It's a pretty aggressive speed bump. However, it's handling it really well. The suspension does a great job at reducing and dampening the effects of the speed bump. All right, so in my opinion, the speed bump test was pretty successful. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best experience I've had going over a speed bump on a scooter with suspension, I give that about a 7.5. Some other scooters with a better suspension package do handle a little bit better, to be honest. This is an honest review, unbiased. But we're gonna go over some gravel now and see how it handles. This is pretty compact gravel, pretty bumpy. There's a lot of things on the ground here that are, you know, making this terrain a little bit more aggressive than usual, as you can see. But the suspension's handling pretty well. It's keeping me comfortable. And like I said, I think on a scale from 1 to 10, I give the suspension and the feel, the smoothness of the ride about a 7.5. This is one of the more affordable recreational mobility scooters out there. In other words, it's probably going to be the most economic option out there when it comes to a four-wheel recreational grade scooter that can handle high speeds, comes with suspension, and that's going to have big tires that you can go off-road with. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over one of these curbs. We also have a nice piece of tree stump right here that I'm going over. Handled it pretty well. So let's go over one of these curbs. All right, it climbed it pretty well. And it's going over some pretty aggressive terrain here. So, I mean, I'm pretty impressed. Going in and out of the curbs here where there's a little well area that's been created and for running water. It seems like some erosion. Jumping up and down these steep little grades here. Handling the speed bumps pretty well. Not bad. Awesome. I am pretty impressed. And because it is a high-speed scooter, you can get around from where you're trying to go from point A to point B in a hurry. I will go over some of the specifications. I've been throwing some of the specs on the screen, but as you may know, we have tons of videos on our YouTube channel. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you go and subscribe, because at the end of the day, this video is just made to show you what it's like to ride the scooter. We have other videos that go over the unboxing and assembly process, troubleshooting, disassembling and breaking it down to inspect it for any kind of issues you might be having with it. I would say the most common thing on recreational scooters that are fast and meant for off-roading, sometimes the connections get loose, so you might just need to check the clips. Sometimes they become unclipped and you just have to plug them back in. Other than that, these scooters are pretty durable. You just need to change the batteries every once in a while. So we'll go ahead and wrap up. I'm gonna skip through this ride back to the showroom and we'll be right back with you. Enjoy the view. All right, so I just want to try something out. I don't recommend trying this, but we're gonna try and jump this curb right in front of me. It's kind of like a half curb, not a full one. That would be a full one up ahead, and I can tell you it does not have the ground clearance to jump this. I mean, maybe at the lower end here, but definitely not at the point where it's the highest point. So I was able to jump it a little bit, and what I'm gonna do now is try to jump that other part of the curb. So I am, again, not recommending you try this, but we're gonna try and jump this little part of the curb right here. One-handed, I might add. So that just goes to show you that this thing has some pretty decent suspension. Now with that being said, I'm gonna continue our ride back to the store and we'll conclude this ride-along video. I think I'm gonna try something a little bit more bold here and see if I can go down this little incline path. Let's see what happens. Nice. And let's see if we can jump this curb. Oh yeah, not bad. Like I said, I'm pretty impressed with the performance of this EW-46. I have not had the pleasure of test driving it, on different terrains like I'm doing now, and I am going to give it a hard pass, passing the test. Some scooters are meant for handling rugged terrain, some are not, and this one is clearly cut out for the job. Gonna go ahead and mosey on through here and get back to our showroom so we can conclude our video. Thank you for watching, everyone. So here we are in sunny South Florida and Southwest Florida. We have several stores in South Florida. This is our Southwest store here in Bonita Springs. All right. So once again, this is the EW-46. I'm going to engage my parking brake and open the door. If you have any questions, visit mobilitydirect.com. Thank you again for watching. I'm Sergio with Mobility Direct. Have a great day. Before you go, please don't forget to visit our website, mobilitydirect.com, and click on the green button that says Free Catalog to claim your very own free catalog. Just fill out the short form and it should get to you in about a week or two max. I just want to take this time to personally thank each and every one of you for watching this video. We couldn't do it without our subscribers. So if you like our content, please go to YouTube, search for Mobility Direct, and subscribe to our channel. You can enable notifications. That way you'll get notified whenever we release new videos. We're constantly making great videos. We have tons of playlists that range from repair videos, unboxing videos, research and development, and much, much more. If you like this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up and ask any questions in the comments section below. We love hearing from our audience, whether it's feedback, comments, or suggestions for a new video topic. We love hearing from you. None of this could be done without our loyal audience. We hope to hear from you. Thanks for watching again. Have a great day.